Hey, this is Fede Álvarez. I'm the director of Alien Romulus, and this is the cast, and this is Hollywood Reporter.
Who here is scared of horror movies?
Yep.
Then why in the world would you want to be in one?
You want to see how the sausage was made.
She wants to see how the sausage was made.
So Fede, so you're scared of horror movies, but you make them anyway.
I'm not scared of my horror movies. I'm scared of other people's horror movies. But my horror movies are made out of all the things I'm terrified of. You know, just like if you're a comedian or write the jokes, you cannot write jokes that are not funny for you, but are funny for others. You got to base on things that you find entertaining. Same with horror. It's all made of my biggest nightmares, usually.
Okay. And then when you decide to tackle an alien movie, what were sort of the essentials that had to be there? You know, in your version of an alien movie, what needs to be there?
I mean, clearly the xenomorph, right? It's almost like the story of Alien is for the first movie, the story is the life cycle of the alien. It's what keeps it together. It's what keeps you watching, right? So we knew from the beginning that we were going to have the xenomorph and in its more pure form, you know, without trying to improve it, without changing what thing. It is like the original, but slightly different or modernized. No, there's certain things about the movie that the original that we want to have back and we want to play straight. And that's the xenomorph in his life cycle, right? And there's a lot more things, but that's one of those that we knew for a fact you have to have, otherwise it's not an alien movie, I think.
Okay, for the actors, how sort of intense was this shoot when you're, you know, fighting or dealing with, you know, face huggers and prosthetics and maybe creatures?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I mean, we did some training beforehand as well. Yeah, it was quite full on. We're crawling through really tight spaces. We had to prepare for some zero gravity scenes in which we were on harnesses, so we had to have good core strength for that. So we did a lot of rehearsing with our stunt team on that sort of stuff. And then also, yeah, just constantly kind of being in that heightened state of emotion and terror from all these xenomorphs. It's pretty intense.
How did you guys, oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that I think, yeah, as soon as like it starts to get a bit like, oh, in the movie, that's when everyone was like, you know, we'd jump around on set a lot to try and, you know, get the tension there right. I don't know if that was like the right thing to say, but yeah. I just wanted to have a go with the microphone, mate.
Well, my other question was, how did you guys unwind after such an intense day? You know, when you're putting it all out there and, you know, potentially dying, some of you guys.
Karaoke.
Yeah, which gives me in trouble. I actually got to tell a story. So I'm in my 40s. They're in their 20s, and so we went to have dinner one night, and after dinner, some of them says like, we should go to your place, and I'm like, sure. I'm 46. I read that means go to your house, listen to jazz, and drink red wine. But with these kids, it means go to your house, blast music, and party, and they got me evicted out of my apartment.
I wasn't there.
True story. You were there. You were all there.
You need the clickbait. That's how the
Were you there?
That's exactly how it went down.
That's exactly how it went. I
You
tried
came-
to chase a man through the streets.
Yeah.
But
I stopped you from chasing
Yep.
a
So that's the problem making movies with young cast. They get you evicted out of your nice apartment.
We also make good films as well. We also do something good in the movie too, don't we?
there was a lot
Yeah, no, they actually really.
It's cast bonding. And also, he's a karaoke fiend, okay? You couldn't get the mic out of his hands just like right now.
Don't get him on
We
the
did. We
wrong
did a really
train.
good duet, you and I.
He's
Yeah.
a good musician. He plays a lot of instruments, so
That is
so
true,
you fit right in.
More about me.
So how did the cast bond? What kind of exercises did you guys do?
Shotgunning. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, we were karaokeing it like every week.
I mean, I tell the truth. I mean, I haven't done a few movies with a group of young people. It's usually there's always tensions, and there's what you see on the screen is not what's happening behind the screen. Even there's always some sort of conflict. It's complicated. Making movies is tough, and it's a lot of people living together for a long time. And this is the first time I really had a cast that what you see on screen, their dynamics and their friendship really mirror what was happening outside all the time. And I was blown away by it, and I was so happy to see all of them become friends. They still do today. They're still close. They're still, a lot of times, as you guys know, you see each other, you make the movie, you never see each other ever again. And these guys became friends and stay friends. And for me, it was a testament to the work and how much they all care equally.
It's a good casting, a good sort of gauge on what actors to put in the film. I think you did a good read on the people that you had.
Yeah, but I think that really translates to the film, that the relationships you see are actually genuine.
I think we also now share this experience that we'll have for the rest of our lives in being part of this alien legacy. Like, this is something that we'll always have and we've got to share together. And it was so special. I think that's why we all,
Yeah, Budapest too. Like, Budapest allowed us to thrive and like have a really fun time off set and on set. The crew there was incredible. So I also have to thank, that place for providing us with such awesome experiences. Shout out you guys.
It seems like an awesome, like a camp almost,
Yeah, it's like sleepaway. Yeah.
Fede, when you first showed your movie when it was, whenever there was a cut, to Ridley, what did he say?
I mean, I showed to him before anybody. I finished a first cut, and I showed to Ridley, sent to Ridley, and I went to see him. I wanted to see him right after he finished watching. And he sat down at a table. I was waiting in the room for quite a bit, and then he shows up, and he was super intimidated, right? Not only is Ridley Scott that it will be intimidated showing any movie, but particularly showing him an alien movie, like this is what I think an alien movie is, and showing it. So it was terrifying, but thank God he walked in. He was like raising hands, like, what can I say? It's fucking great, and you have a big movie here. That's why he said you have a big movie. He was really went on about that, and for us making it felt very intimate, and we all made it in a very independent way. For a studio movie, like we made it a complete independent spirit, and have him like seeing it that way, it was great. Yeah,
was there anything that the studio said you couldn't do? What was the bridge too far?
No, not really. I mean,
once,
don't get evicted again. No, well, there was there was no limitations when it comes to what you can and cannot do when it comes to the violence or anything like that. There was just a different creative path of where we can go, and there was, I think, a good amount of back and forth between the studio and myself, I think, hopefully not. But that I always love that, and I think that needs to be there. It's kind of gone in Hollywood lately because I think maybe streaming and other places, there's no much pressure from the studio to the filmmaker. But I think all the best movies ever made were made between the clash and the two pushes of a studio and a director that want to make a movie, and that the best ones come out of there. So I think there was enough. The studio had a really strong point of view of what the movie needed to be, and it had a really strong point of view, and usually meet in the middle, and that's when the best things come out, I believe. So, but there was no particular thing. I think the smoking was the only thing that everybody smokes in Alien. So I think they want everybody smoking, and I think that was the only time the studio was like, "You got to cut with so much smoking."
Yeah,
that was it.
Aileen Wu, who played Navarro, who was the pilot of the ship, she smoked a lot, but this was her first big movie, and she couldn't be here with us today for very good reasons. But yeah, she was incredible and a huge smoker in the film, but not in real life. Oh, the one gag! I love that you kept that with him in the. Gravity. Yeah, is that the first time there's a joint being smoked? In Alien, yeah.
Alien pot.
Yeah.
Alien
pot.
That new brand, that new strain.
So you guys have seen this, I'm sure. This is the very famous Deadpool popcorn bucket. Mm-hmm. We have questions in here.
Oh wow.
And I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
The mystery question you can actually hold it.
Okay.
Put your hand in there.
Same studio, so all good.
So, okay. Which character from any film or TV show would you choose to cosplay as? I just have one. Do you know? I'm going to ask you.
No, that's.
No, I don't.
That's your
I can't.
question.
I can't.
You have
think,
to answer it.
I can't think. Probably. What's her name from Blade Runner? What's her name?
Oh,
With the amazing hair at the end. No, from the original. Fede, come on. What's her name at the end?
Daryl Hannah?
Yes, Daryl Hannah. Daryl Hannah and Blade Runner. That's a cool one, right? Isn't that good? Okay.
Pass it on to.
What's the best moment in any sci-fi movie or TV show? The best moment. Well, it depends. It changes all the time. But for me, I got to say, is the DeLorean traveling in time and hitting that pine, that twin pine, turned to the lone pine. That's, I think, there's nothing in my life, at least. There's nothing comes close to that moment. The DeLorean traveling in time for the first time and hitting that pine.
Cool.
Easy.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Okay. I'm nervous. Oh, God. Please be an easy question. Please be an easy. Oh! What is this? Pad Thai? Is this Pad Thai? It's in noodles. Y'all put noodles in a bucket.
What?
Have a taste of it.
What is it? It's like poorly seasoned spaghetti.